It's believed to go back to the 1970s and was probably a variation on the low five, which I said, which has been around since World War II. However, there are two popular stories which try to explain the origin of the high five. The first story states the first high five occurred at Dodger Stadium on October 2nd, 1977, between Glenn Burke and Dusty Baker on the last day of the regular season. The high five was in response to a home run hit by Baker off of Houston Astros pitcher J.R. Richard. So that's one story.
Yes. It's funny, though. How would you know that? How would you know that at some other event or some other sign of exaltation, somebody just didn't put up their hand and go,
Well, this is at a stadium in front of a lot of people,
Right.
and nobody had really seen that type of thing before, so somebody made note of it.
What did we just see, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah. The second story places the origin of the high five at a University of Louisville Cardinals basketball practice in 1978. Willie Brown was going to give his teammate Derek Smith a low five, but the two decided to give each other a high five instead, and after that, the team took it over and began giving each other high fives after each celebration.
And yet, though, there's enough evidence to suggest that it was actually discovered at the Institute of Hand Gestures in Massachusetts.
I didn't even think of that.
In 1957.
But some sports teams will take on their own celebration thing. I know, who used to do the forearm bump? Was that the Yankees?
Yeah, they did it for a stretch. I watched the national championship game between Villanova and Michigan. And there was a guy who was not a starter from Michigan as the teams were doing warm-up. And this guy was in charge of high fives and slaps with all of the starting players. So they're announcing the starting players.
Oh, okay.
And they each come out, and then there's one guy standing near the basket. And he was the guy in charge of, all right, I'm going to do this routine with this guy and this routine with this guy. And it took coordination as a little bit of a choreography.
Do you have any special...
I do. Whenever I will do a high five somebody, it depends on them. If it's like a girl, it might be, hey, high five.
Yeah.
Hey, smack hands like that.
Yeah.
But if it's a friend, Casey, stand up.
All right. Oh, I'm a friend.
It's a three-parter that I always do, and it's like this.
Boom.
Mouth butt.
That's a lot.
It's like super white.
Actually,
yeah.
it's more like this. Super white.
Super white. Yeah, because we didn't.
Terry, come here. Terry's black. Come over here. No, I have more soul than that. I'm sorry.
Wait a second.
Terry's just as white
black,
as
the
us.
bro shake, and then
Yeah.
Oh, man.
snap. All right. You got to do
Hey,
this.
just, wait. He just did it again. Watch. You missed it. Turn around. Terry, do it. Watch pros do this.
Yeah.
There.
You got to do the snap at the end.
Casey still thinks it's all right.
I think you just took a step down in the friendship department.
Wow.
No.
Terry's now Preston's best friend. Oh, guess who's going to Florida to play golf this year?
Terry already
You better brush up on your game, Terry.
Do you know Tiger Woods?